Happy Sunday, guys. Today we're going to be discussing what do we find more important when it comes to our relationships, emotional or physical attraction. I'm going to just join with my sis real quick. Get it.
Hi.
Rich Rising.
Good
Hi.
morning. Good almost afternoon.
Right. It's like, about to be afternoon. Yeah, be like 4 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
How you doing?
Good. Oh my God, this morning was so chaotic. I think that I need a better routine.
We could talk about that too. The routines and how the level up requires a specific routine, but we could talk about that. We could set up another conversation because that's a whole conversation.
Yeah, for real, it is.
Because I want to amp up and refine mines too. What is in your cup?
So I have some, oh my God, like matcha plus hot chocolate plus I put like a drop of some pumpkin spice syrup. It's such a mix. It's random.
I love it
But it's really
though.
good.
I never thought to ever like mix matcha with hot chocolate, but it sounds good.
Yeah, because like I love mint hot chocolate. So
Okay.
I feel like herbs with like when you mix something herbal with something sweet, you're gonna get like it's gonna be a really different taste, but it's good. It depends on your taste buds, of course, but
To be
I love
honest,
it.
I love mint with chocolate too. So this makes sense why we like this. And people don't really like that. People be looking at me sideways. You like mint ice cream, like mint chocolate ice cream? Like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my turn off this damn thing. I'm about to look a mess right now, real quick, because I don't want no background noise in the back. But yes, sis, I am drinking my favorite ginger. But this time I have kava. I think it's Kava, kava. It's like a herb to promote relaxation and relieve you from stress and stuff like that. So I'm like, I want to be in my relaxed mode because I've been doing a lot and I want to be like Zen mode for most part. So
Yeah.
I mixed
Nice.
it together.
I never heard of that. I gotta try that.
Yeah, it's really good. I really feel a little relaxed and just vibey. I'm vibing out right now.
That's good. So we're talking about I don't want to say the importance of, or what we're asking you guys, your how basically about how you see it, and then we'll talk about how we see it. Basically, I don't know, but the physicalities of love, or like a crush, a potential, or that emotional, mental connection. Because sometimes when you see someone, depending on your type, you might be like, oh, this person looks good. But the person might be, it might be, what do you call that? A freaking frog and a wolf in sheep's clothing, basically. Because you can look good and be rotten on the inside. And you might see someone and you're like, oh, this person doesn't really look that great. They're not really my type, but they make me feel really good.
Right.
So
happy Sunday, Tam Tam. Happy Sunday. And also
happy Sunday, guys.
somebody
Thanks for
said
being
physical.
here.
Somebody said physical and emotional. That was Peanut Gotti. Physical and emotional. Honestly, before I even go into what I perceive as what I consider more important, I want to also imply that we don't have to sever one over the other. We don't have to settle, right? We don't have to be like, oh, that person is not my type, but because they treat me, they give me an emotional connection, that means that I have to like choose that. I feel like we could like have a balance. And it's also the fact that whatever you perceive physical is subjective. Not
Mhm.
everybody sees somebody physically attractive the way you see them physically attractive. It's all about how you perceive it.
Right.
So yeah. Do you want to go into saying what do you think matters before I go?
I had a hard time trying to get my words together just now.
Mhm.
So, because I'm trying to, you know how sometimes you have something in your mind and then like when you verbalize it, it doesn't come out really making sense.
All the time. All the time.
Yeah, but
And
you basically just hit it on the nose for me. Um, for me, I've learned through the years that that physical part of it is kind of it's fleshy. It's very shallow.
yeah,
It's
surface.
fleshy, but
Surface.
it gets deeper than the flesh. You know what I mean? You should because yo, like y'all could look good. Y'all could be a cute ass couple, you know, and the sex could be great, but he doesn't give you what you want, and she doesn't give you what you want. So then does the physical part of it even matter?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes the person who you would consider to be outside of your type ends up being the person to sweep you off your feet and show you like, oh shit, like I didn't expect that.
Yes,
So,
I agree. I
yeah,
feel like it's a case of being a little bit more open and also being aware that not everybody's gonna give you all. Like you won't find everything you need in one person. It's more of like a pro con type of thing. Like what matters to you, what is high on your values list or whatever you perceive that's important in regards to having a long-term relationship with somebody. Does that person fit that more than they don't? And if you are attracted to, if you find looks more important than anything else when it comes to relationships, it's kind of like, are you really ready for a relationship? Because looks can change.
right,
Especially, are you ready for a long-term relationship? Because looks are ever changing. And also, surface, right? What else does this person provide other than their looks? Because
hmm,
we could be attracted to someone, and some people are attracted to somebody's mind. Some people are attracted to how they treat other people. Some people are attracted, like there are many ways people we are attracted to people. But it's like when it comes to like the looks versus anything else, if that is like literally the only thing that you look for in a relationship, are you really ready for one? You can
hmm.
physically love someone but emotionally abuse her. It's
Good
the unbalanced
afternoon,
relationship.
guys. Because a few people just came in. I just want to say good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You can
Welcome.
physically love someone but emotionally abuse her. Is the unbalanced relationship. Okay, yeah, yeah. Like you could look fine. Like I think the other day I wrote a post on Twitter and I said there be some fine motherfuckers with no soul, and
Oh
I
my
stand
God.
on that.
It's so, and like just damage, walking around like zombies, like looking good as fuck, but just zombies. Like there's really nothing inside because they've just become so numb from what life has, you know, life done dragged them through the mud and they didn't put the work in. So they look really good, but on the inside they're hurting and they're just a mess. For
They
real.
put so much work on the surface level, but when you get to know them, you
They didn't put no
find
work in.
nothing.
Nothing.
You
Yup.
ask them what they think about life or what they want to be or what they want to do or what they like. Even when it comes to like the relationship itself, they have
Hmm.
nothing to offer. Like for example, me, right? I'm not gonna lie, I'm very visual. Like I have a Libra moon. I'll blame it all on that Aries Venus. I the looks, they matter, right? But to a certain extent. Once I get past the fact that, oh, you look good, I'm attracted to you in that way, there's another layer you have to cross with me. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. So when they get to the other part, they be like, oh shit, she's sometime-ish, she bipolar. No, it's I got to know you more and I realized this doesn't work for me because other than the fact that you look good, there's nothing else sustainable for me to be here.
Hmm.
You know, especially as I got older, because before it was more so just looks and then also sexually attraction. Like, what could you do for me in bed, right? And then I got deeper, and I always got the short end of the stick because I was always looking for more. When I got to the sexual part, I realized I was really craving intimacy. I wasn't craving the sex. I was craving the depth, right? And they couldn't give me that. I realized they couldn't give me that. And I
Well,
realized,
that's
oh
one
shit,
said facts.
I gotta change up. I gotta change
Yeah.
up the way I'm looking
Mhm.
at this shit. Yeah. It's insane. Thanks,
Yeah.
sis.
Yeah, nah, you just hit it on the nose just now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some people get so caught up with being in a situation, like just having someone on their side, like, oh, this person looks good, the sex is good, so I can deal with it. Then next thing you know, you fucking comfortable. Well, y'all got kids, you stuck there
Come on
until you
now.
finally make a decision to leave. And for some people, that takes so long, especially when it's that type of relationship. And Peanut mentioned emotional abuse. Emotional abuse will have a person in a situation for way longer than they're supposed to be. Because that person will be just like manipulating you, making you feel like you're the problem, or making you feel like everything is good and you're just bugging out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then they'll throw some icing on the cake, and the icing is the sex.
The sex.
Like, and then you forget why you was even mad. So like the whole physical thing, yeah, it goes deeper than that for sure.
At some point, it gets to the point where it's like, how much are you like settling? Because the longer you stay in something, it's kind of harder for you to get out. Before you know it, you merge life with this person, and it's like harder for you to detach because your whole existence consists of this person. So it's like the earlier you know, the better. And I
Right.
also believe that's why it's so important for us to get to know ourselves before we jump into situations with other people, because when you get to know yourself, you get to see more of what you value, and you get to see how much you have lied to yourself, you have been lied to or tricked because of the system, because of the whole surface, how it looks to other people. Oh,
Mm.
I want to know, how do we look to other people? Do we look appeasing to the community? And like when we go outside, do people see us and just like, oh, like, fall in love with us? But it's like deeper than that. So it's
Yeah.
like it really takes some time to get, and it takes trial and error. Can we talk about that? The fact that we gotta make a couple of mistakes before we realize, oh shit, we gotta like change up the way we view our ideal mate, our ideal partner. We may have to
Your
go through
type.
some kissing some frogs a little bit before we realize, okay, this is the person I want to be with. It does take some time.
Yeah. As I was saying, like your type, it's known as your type. Who started that anyway?
Society, social media, all this
But
concept.
type was around way before social media. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
he's my type. She's my type. Like, why do you have to be boxed in to that? Like, my type. So I like and I remember this when I was younger. Like, everyone loved light skinned girls, light skinned boys. You know what I mean? Like, that was their type. Like, oh, light skinned, muscular, big, or, huh?
I remember that, especially in like middle school. Like it goes way back. You're right. It goes way back. I forgot. Like even in middle school, you would have thought that we cared less about all of that stuff. There was a point where lighter, fairer skin people were like more of the and then it kind of like as we got older, we saw it happen to darker skin too. The darker skin became a fetish. It became a fetish to like darker people as opposed to like. So it's like you really have to have like this tunnel vision when it comes to what you want. It cannot be something where it's just like, what do everybody want from me? What is everybody considering a social norm? Because then you lose yourself. And then you
Yeah.
have to realize choosing your partner is a lot. It's really important. I don't think people realize how important it is, because it's like, this is the person that you're gonna potentially build life with, the person that you're gonna have kids and family with, like a whole family with, and it's like there's layers.
Yeah.
Deeper than the physical, deeper than
Yeah.
the attraction.
And you know what? You had mentioned mental conditioning earlier. Like how society kind of pushes this, they force that lighter skin tone on you to make you kind of glorify whatever, you know, basically white is right. Whatever's closer to white is better. That's how they try to make you feel. But on top of that, they also have now where you have to have a certain body type.
Oh yes. Oh
You
my
know,
God.
that Barbie doll. And then so men are like, so
Hourglass shape.
no. So women, a lot of women are fixing themselves to look like that because they feel like that's going to help them find a man. And you're going to get some niggas that's going to spend some money on you. He going to throw that bag on you because, like, oh, you look good. She got a fat ass. She wear name brand clothes, so she must be expensive. So he going to ball out. But how does he treat you emotionally? Is there a mental connection there? You know what I'm saying? So you done went and spent all this money on a body and you still lonely or you still in an unhappy ass situation when all you had to do was do the work.
Like the inner work.
The inner
The inner
work.
work is key.
Not the surgical work.
And that topic is such a touchy topic. You know why? A lot of women argue that they're doing it for themselves, right? But I like to look at it this way. Like, if there wasn't this type of look or image to achieve to, how many people would be going towards that versus another image, right? Like, so like, are you really doing it for yourself? Are you really living your life for yourself versus other people versus trying to please someone outside yourself? Like, we gotta
Right.
be really honest with ourselves, because there are times when I even myself thought about getting like a breast reduction or like stuff like that. But even when it came down to working out, right? I had to like evolve to the part where I was just like, oh no, like this is more of a me thing than anybody, right? Breast reduction. How do I feel when I look in the mirror, right? Versus
Right.
anybody else. But some people haven't owned up the fact that they are trying to please someone to love them based on how they look. And when you go towards love in that way, we're gonna say quote unquote love, right? You're gonna get the shitty results because that person is not looking to love you for what's happening inside. They're only going towards the surface, right? Which can again change.
Right.
Everyone say inner work. Inner work.
Inner work.
Inner work. Facts, sis. Inner
Yeah.
work is key.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I had something I was gonna say, responding to what you said just now, and I forgot. It'll
About
come back. It'll come back.
yeah, it's gonna come back. It
Oh
always
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember.
bingo.
So it's the why. It's not the what. Like you are entitled to go and fix your body, get your body done to make yourself feel good. Some people, like I have kids, I had to have C-sections, so I got a tummy tuck, and I let people know that. I don't care. I'm proud of it. That was a treat to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because them kids fuck your body up. They do. So, you know, if that's what you want to do, yes, but not don't do it because you feel like um that's what's going to get you a man or help you, you know, help you with love. That's not going to help you. It's the inner work. Like what Gasnick Bloom said, it's the inner work that ultimately will help you. Same thing with smoking weed, drinking. You want to smoke weed? You want to have a drink? Yeah, it's your life. You got free will. Have fun. Enjoy your life. But why are you doing these things? Are you doing it because you're trying to run from something? You know what I mean? So like I said, it's not the what, it's the why.
It's the why.
Why are you
It's
doing it?
okay. Like, let's say you was in a point where you was doing these things to please people. We all been in a place where the ego got involved. Like, we're human beings, right? But it's like the also being true with yourself, being honest with yourself, and then looking at, is this working out? Is this helping me? It all goes back to self. It always go back to self. What are you doing? Like, is it working out for you? Is it helping you? Is this what you truly want? And these are tough questions to ask because it really does take the ego kind of taking the step back a little bit, which the ego does not like to do. The ego
Yeah.
is all about taking the lead and going out there and doing what the fuck it wants, but you have to like take that moment to self-reflect, and that in return will give you the direction that you need to take when it comes to relationships. Because the people that we connect with has a lot to say with what's going on in here, like what's really happening in here. And we can't blame the other person for the choice that we are making, you know, trying to deflect that, trying not to hold ourselves accountable. A lot of people lack accountability. So.
Yep, exactly. They do. I'm laughing because like I'm always talking about accountability. Like I know my kids, they know that word, like in and out. My kids,
Right.
my man, you gotta hold yourself accountable. People get so tired of me saying that shit, but it's so true. Like that's how you grow. That's how you attract a better life. That's how you attract the life you want, the love you want. That's how you attract abundance. Like being able to hold yourself accountable. You
Take
know.
ownership.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you brought up. Hey guys, hello everybody. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome. I'm so glad that you brought up ego. Like your ego cannot be bigger than your heart. Your ego cannot be bigger than your values. You know what I'm saying? Your integrity.
If you really look at
Ego,
it, if you really
huh?
look at it, your ego is developed based off of all these constructs that you were brought up in. So you really have to look back and see what were you told, what were you misled at. It takes a lot for you to like redefine it, because
Yeah,
whatever your ego believes is not, it's not the truth. Most times the thoughts you have in your mind is thoughts of the people that have been putting it in your head. So like when you get to the stage where you're old enough to like really do something about what you think or how you see the other people outside of you, you got to take ownership. Like literally that's where accountability comes in. Take ownership and say, yo, look, like, yo, there's many times that I have to tell myself, no, I ain't
right.
doing that. You
Yeah.
have to take ownership. Take ownership. Dang, dang.
Yeah, that's Brody. That's my brother from another mother. That's my
Hello.
soul bro. Like, you know, you're my god sister, except I've known you physically longer. You know what I mean?
I
But
love that.
like, that's the bro. What's up, Brody? What's the vibes, gang? Thank you for popping in.
Thank you so much for everybody who just popping in. Honestly,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about like a personal story of when you felt like you had to like kind of take a look at
Bounce.
yourself and say, "Oh wait, hold up."
Yeah, the relationship I'm in now.
Let's talk about it. Fuck it. Let's talk about
Yeah,
it.
for real, because like he's not physically my type. Like I never really my man is pale. He's light skinned, all right? He's half
And it's
Korean.
before you even go further, it's all love. Like that's what I
Yeah,
love about this. It's the
it's
true
all
love.
love.
All
It's
love.
all love. But again, we get so stuck on, you know, what's considered our type, the things that we're used to, the things that we think we enjoy, you know. But then when you done got beat up by that very thing that you got used to and that you think you enjoy, it's time for you to move on to something else and try something better. Insanity is really doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting different results. So I stepped out of my box and I was like, I gave him a chance. At first I was like, oh my God, he's a nerd type. And I'm used to like these dark skin chocolate hood dudes. Like, and I was like, he's light skinned, he's nerdy, but he's so smart. He's spiritual. Like, you know,
Mm.
he's a really stand up guy. And so I'm glad that I gave him that chance to get to know him. Once I got to know him, it was like, oh, he's getting hotter and hotter to me. So it's really good to kind of step out of that shell and try something different, something, you know, and that when you try something other than your type, you know, and you try to build an emotional, mental connection with someone, you know,
Mm-hmm.
before you really look at their the shell, because that's really all it is, a shell. Their
Yes, yes.
shell.
Speak it,
You know what
babe.
I'm saying?
The
Yeah,
vessel.
yeah, it's their vessel, exactly. Once you do that, like that person might end up changing your life. Do not ever get comfortable in anything. You have the opportunity every single day to get up and try something different that might change your life.
I
So, and that's
love.
love. That's everything. That's in love. That's at jobs. Like that's at investments. My brother's into stocks. Like if I'm riding this wave, this stop for too long and it ain't moving, I might jump off and jump onto another stop. Like that's
You
how
gotta
it
flood,
is in life.
be fluid. You gotta be
Yes,
fluid. You gotta be
exactly.
fluid in your ideals too, and your values, and things could change. Like when you said, like, the attraction changed. And if you hadn't took that step to like be open-minded and step out the box a bit and allow yourself to like explore something different, you wouldn't even be where you are right now in a successful relationship where your life completely altered because of that choice, you know?
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
have like a moment where you was just like having like a difficult time with it? Would you say that there was a turning point where you was just like doing like an internal battle, I would say, when it comes to your relationship?
Yeah, I definitely had to go inward because I was starting to kind of like back off from him. I was starting to fall back and like I had to really think about it. And I had wrote when I was like single and I was so unhappy and I was coming across all these asshole guys that really weren't my time. They weren't worth my time. I had wrote down exactly what I wanted in a man to manifest that, right?
Okay,
And
love that.
yeah, I had put it away. It was a few years ago, and I had put it away, and I forgot about it. And then after I met him, like God showed me that shit. Like I don't remember how I saw it. I don't know if I was I think I was moving. I don't remember exactly what it was. I was starting to pack, or I was, you organize whatever. But I came across it, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot that I wrote this. And he checked off a huge amount, like, you know what I'm saying, on that list. So like I was like, oh, okay. So yeah.
And it took you taking that time. I'm so proud of you because that's not easy, you
It's really
know?
not. It's really
Um,
not.
it's not easy. And like you say, it does take the experiences of going through these trials and tribulation with other people that you perceive to be your type, but ends up just like disappointing you, you know? So when you experience a lot of stuff that you just continuously choosing to experience, you want
Mm-hmm.
to do something different. And thank God you did. Cause like,
Girl, I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I did. And I also did, I had to do the inner work because that was something with me. Like, that had nothing to do with him.
I'm
He
so happy
was
you
who
said
he
that.
was.
Yeah.
He was who God sent to me. And like, literally, I realized, like, oh shit, right now I'm gonna be the problem. Right now I'm the problem. Like, I had to work on that too and open my heart up.
Open your heart up. Would you say your past relationships have completely opened your heart?
Yeah,
They say
yeah.
sometimes the heart gets broke to the point it gets broken open. So it's like it gives you the audacity to continue to love and in different ways, in different forms, and seeing how expansive love comes through. Like
Yeah.
my personal story is I've always been adamant on a type. I would be honest. Like I've always been adamant. I had this visual like in my head to the point where it completely blinded me and I completely left like I didn't see more of what the other person lacked. Like I completely like disregarded it, right? To the point where I would miss some red flags. I did. And it did take me going through that process a lot more than I would like to like share, right? But those experiences like really taught me that one, the way I was going about my relationships was completely shitty. I had to change that. I had to be honest with myself. I had to do better in my vetting process because it is a process. We gotta take more time when it comes to our relationships. I had completely changed the way I looked at my relationships and how I was going about it. Because I'm the type to like jump in to something. The minute I feel the adrenaline rush and that giddy feeling, like, oh my God, I'm so attracted, jump right in. But I had to learn that that's not as smart. Like I'm looking for something long term. something that will stand the test of time. How else will I find that if I don't take my time, right? Meaning take my time to get to know you. Who are you when you get mad? Who are you? Are you jealous? Are you possessive? Because I don't like that. And it takes time to see that. You got to see people when they don't even have it together, to see if you could like live with this person when they don't have it together. So I had to like understand that, because I will find out too late. I will find out when I'm ready to knee deep in the shit for me to be like, oh shit, I chose the wrong person. And then I will end up paying for that, paying the price. So I had to stop. And there was a time when I literally had, on this here live, I had a whole debate with somebody. They deserved it. But I had a whole debate because they was talking about my values and shit. And I was just like, the fuck you tell me about my values? And there was a time when I had to question, okay, maybe putting the physical attraction is not, you know, not too far up on the list, is not the right way to go. But I also looked at it like this, like, just because to me, being attracted to you doesn't only mean physical.
Mm-hmm.
I love intellect. I love an open mind. I love a free thinker. I love someone that I could go fight war with. Like, I love someone that has the inner strength and been doing the spiritual work, and that shit is sexy to me. So there's different ways to be attracted to somebody, and I had to look at that. But I also recently experienced something where I was just like, the person wasn't really my type, right? But they had other things that were just like way up on the list. And I had to like go do some inner work myself, because I did realize, like, wait, hold up, what's wrong with you? Like, this person is amazing. Are you tripping because they don't add up here and here and there physically? And to be quite honest, there are times I'm still battling with that, right? But it's a learning journey. It's a process. And it also takes you being honest with yourself. Like, what do you really want?
But yeah.
What do you want? And it's a you thing. It really is a you thing.
Absolutely. And then once you do that inner work, that's when you'll be like, okay, this is what I really want. Because, like, you know, as you grow, your type should grow with you.
Yes. Your type.
Yeah, but as you grow, the things that you require and the things that you desire change.
Yes.
I would rather say that than say your type. Like, I swear that just boxes you in.
I'm not gonna lie, it does. It does.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So that's important.
And you know what's so interesting? It won't, like, the inner work, and it's so, we didn't even say before this live that we was gonna talk about inner work, but it's just so natural how it just dropped into like the top. It just
That's
like
a part of love.
Inner work.
Yeah.
That goes to show how important it is when it comes to attracting anything, not only your mate, but like literally the inner work really creates your whole reality for you, because it starts inside. So that inner work will naturally invite that person into your life. You don't have to do shit. That's the beauty of it. You could like just be going outside doing your thing because you feel like going take a walk, because you know you on your self journey, and you want to go and probably get like some fresh fruits or whatever, and bump into your partner because they're doing the same thing. Yeah. Oh, I want to go to the bar and just like, you know, chill for a little bit, then leave, and then go to like wherever, like go to a museum, bump into your partner because they're doing the same thing. So your inner work will attract your partner, the person that's meant to be in your life, without you having to go outside yourself.
Yeah.
You won't have to.
Tamara said, thanks for those little gems. You're welcome anytime. That's why we're here, to help the people. Drop the gems. We love
this shit too. I love this shit.
Yeah. Like, it's a whole journey. So we're just sharing the journey with you guys.
Yes. And it helps us in return. Like, every time I have this conversation with you, I feel like I be growing a whole new, my awareness grows. I'm just so
yeah. Yeah, it's insightful.
Do you have any more gems you choose to share? I feel like I'm all gemmed out right now.
Yo, that's crazy. I was just about to say that. Like, no, I'm all gemmed out. Yo. You finishing my sentences? now.
This is what happens when the connection is there.
Yo. Yeah, no, I think I got everything out for this topic. So I'm excited to move forward and talk about the next topic.
Oh yes, because I feel like low key this is gonna be a series, low key. Because then we had like a what was the last topic last time? Do you remember? I can't remember.
Damn, that was 2 weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago. It's sad that I don't remember.
But it was something about love. I think. I'm gonna look at it. We'll talk about it later because I honestly feel like this is literally gonna be a series. So we're talking about love, guys. If you want to learn more about love, next Sunday.
Yeah. Pull up. And not even just love, but not even just love with another person, like self-love, you know,
love
doing the inner work, because that's ultimately how you love on yourself. You nurture yourself, and a part of nurturing yourself is like fixing those little wounds. You know what I mean? When you take care of those wounds, it helps you to grow and see things differently. You are not your trauma. You're so much bigger than your trauma. So your trauma is like a little scab on your arm. You know what I'm saying? You gotta nurture it, get rid of it, let it go, let the new skin grow, and get rid of that old skin, and it'll be like a nice, well, some people scar, but
over time you won't see the scar.
It's okay because we all got scars, but it healed. We all got scars, but it healed.
That's the beauty of love and the beauty of pouring into yourself. Look at me talking about I'm all jumped out. The beauty of pouring into yourself is it overflows. It overflows. It overflows to your friends, your loved ones, your kids, your partner. It overflows. So continue to pour into yourself. Continue to love yourself. Continue to choose you all the time. Continue to choose you. Do that inner work, and you be good.
I'm laughing because you know how Black people do that all the time. Like, yeah, girl, I'm about to get out of here. I'm finna get out of here.
And they still be talking.
20 minutes later, you still talking. Me and my sister do that too, Tamara. My sister's in here supporting me. Thank you, lovely. Love
you, Tamara.
We do that all the time.
And I love my sister too, Orgasmic Womb. That's my boo. I love you, baby. She's still in here. I love you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I always see her supporting us. She always comes through and comments.
That's my baby.
Yeah, I need to follow her. If you're in here at Orgasmic Womb, make sure you follow me.
Anyways, guys, see you guys next week, Sunday.
Love you guys.
We love you.
Thanks for coming. Have a good day, boo.
Have a good one, baby.